guys, welcome to TST Garage. I'm Bart, and today in this video, I'll be showing you how to install the TST Industries brake light modulator on your bike. Now, a brake light modulator, sometimes called a strobe, sometimes called a brake light flasher, what it does is basically enables you to install some electronics on your bike so that when you press your brakes, the brake light flashes in some kind of pattern and alerts the drivers behind you that you will be stopping. Our particular brake light modulator comes pre-wired to a plug that interfaces with a sub harness that we provide specific to your bike model that enables plug and play functionality with your bike. So that means that the installation is really fast and you can do it yourself. Now, the electronics inside, we do have the ability for you to program this unit to 3 different functions and then subsequently adjust the rate of the effect to your liking. Our first programmable mode is strobe-alert. This mode will produce 9 flashes and then stay solid for the duration of the brake engagement. Second one is intermittent pulsar. Each cycle will flash 10 times and then pause. And then these cycles will repeat for the duration of the brake engagement. The last available option is pulsar, and this one just basically provides continuous flashing for the duration of the brake engagement. Now we'll show you how to install this. It's really simple. And then after the installation chunk, I will show you in detail how to get inside here, how to program the different modes, and how to alter the rate of those different modes. We did think about the safety of such devices during the design phase. So we decided to design this in a way that it will be a pass-through component. In case you experience a failure on board here, it will just pass through your normal brake function, which means you press your brake light lights up, there's just no effect. In case you do experience that failure, we do offer a warranty, so we have guys standing by in our support department that will take your call, email, Facebook message, whatever, and we'll get you replaced. And that's pretty much it. I'm really excited to show you guys just how easy this is to put on and configure. So let's get started. For the purpose of this video, we got ourselves a brand new Ducati V4 here. However, the installation steps portrayed here will be exactly the same on the Street Fighter version of this bike. This is a vehicle-specific harness that will enable us to just make a plug-and-play connection for the brake light modulator into the bike. This is how it couples up, and the rest is after the disassembly. So let's start by removing this component off the tail. Then we'll grab a 4mm Allen, remove this fastener in the seat. I like to leave it captive. Remove the seat, and that exposes 3 fasteners that we need to take off. 1, 2, 3. These come out with a plastic washer. Should be keeping track of these so that they go back into their appropriate locations. This one up front has a pretty deep shoulder. The next step will involve using the same tool to remove these 2 fasteners here, and then one under the tail in this location. Top one in the front has a shallow shoulder. The bottom one has a longer shoulder. So now we have this forward vertex here available to move around. We need to push it forward as far as we can go to clear it off of a tab. There's a tab that sits in a window that's molded into this part like this. We need to take that off and then back out. Now, as we go up the line here, there are a series of friction fasteners that are kind of a peg into a rubber grommet type. If we pry away perpendicular to the center plane of the bike, they will clear out, and also this tab will clear out from beneath this panel. Now I'm going to repeat these exact steps on the left side of the bike. Now with all these components disengaged, We'll need to grasp the fairing with both hands and pull rearward and also rotate outwards to clear all of the interferences. The connector we are interested in runs along this side of the subframe. It is a 3-conductor JST. We'll need to press on this tab here and withdraw it from the mating plug, like so. Our brake light modulator harness plugs in the same fashion. Before I go any further, I like to power up the bike and make sure that the function is actually working. Okay, we're good to go here. We can move forward in the installation. I do want to note that if you want to program and adjust the programs before going forward, this is the right time to do it, because after the reverse order of disassembly here, you will not have access to this anymore. So I encourage you to watch the rest of this video, find out how to make your programming work, and then adjust that, and only then move forward with the reinstallation of all the OEM components. So now we will want to make sure that all of the wiring in this area is stowed in places that will not impede the functionality of the lock. We do have a rather large connector here that needs to be put away. There is enough room down here to get it shoved in place there. And that's looking pretty good. So what I'm gonna do here is I'll have the barrel run alongside this frame component. We do need to allow a little bit of space here for the fairings to reach around and lock in. The body of our brake light modulator does have a channel that's built in. This was designed in to enable the use of a wire tie like this. So I'm going to engage a wire tie around this frame and figure out where I want to lock it in place. You're provided 2 of these wire ties. You can use another one upstream, downstream, whatever. This looks pretty good to me. It's gonna keep it secure. So I'm just gonna lock it here. From this point forward, every step I'm gonna take is the reverse order of disassembly. What you see me working with here is the additional cumbersomeness of having signals hanging out here. So I'm just gonna work with those the best I can. This step will depend a little bit on what kind of equipment you have on your bike in this place. And at this stage, all that remains is just the reinstallation of all of the hardware. For mode selection and rate adjustment, we will need to get inside this capsule to access the electronics. These 2 Phillips head screws will need to be removed. What I like to do is unscrew them until they disengage from the receiving threads and leave them in the cap. Otherwise, it's pretty easy to lose them. If we pull them off with the cap, they are self-captive. All right, now we'll identify the parts here. This button is the mode selector, and this potentiometer is your rate adjuster. Clockwise is faster, counterclockwise is slower. Let's first do our selection of modes. With the brake pressed, press the button once to toggle to the next available program. Now the brake does have to be pressed so that the unit powers up, otherwise you won't be able to make the selection. If you find that you've pressed the button but the selection has not been changed, just do it again with the brake pressed. So now we will go on to the next program, press the brake once more, press the button once, and now you're in the next mode. Now we've switched twice, so pressing it one more time will return to the original mode that your unit arrived in. Now for rate adjustment, we'll be using the potentiometer. With the brake pressed, we can turn it clockwise to make it go faster, counterclockwise to decrease the rate. Now in Brake Alert, you will only have 9 flashes to make your adjustment, and then it'll stay solid. This one doesn't actually lend itself to really fast flashing at the top of the range. Bottom of the range is unusable, so I like to set it somewhere towards 3/4 to maybe 80% clockwise, and that does it for me. Now if we change to the next one, this one is pulsar, and this one just keeps on flashing, so I like to have it going pretty fast here. Choice is really up to you. If you want to explore the next mode, we have the intermittent pulsar. This one to me belongs somewhere close to the top of the range, makes it the most visible. But again, freedom means choice. The decision is ultimately up to you. Once you're done with your adjustment and you're where you want to be with all your modes and rates, replace the cap, turn the screws back in, and it really is just that simple. Replace your brake light modulator in the space that you decided to keep it, and you're good to go.